Are you doing okay? Are you warm enough in here?
Mm-hmm.
It gets kind of chilly because of the concrete and the marble and stuff. Would you like a blanket? I can give you a little blanket.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Do you need anything to eat?
Okay.
You sure? Okay. Maybe as you kind of relax a little bit, you might find that you're starting to get hungry. But try to drink some water, okay? And I'll be right back with you, okay?
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
If I just wanted to know how far I walked, because I'm usually not very athletic, and just want to know. Trying to think of someplace close to where I live. You know the Kmart that closed down in Waukesha?
Off of Sunset? I do.
I walked from there. I walked from the condos close to there, the marshy area, all the way to Steinhoffel's to where the sheriff found us.
Okay.
Do you know how far that would be?
Is it the Steinhoffel's like by the car dealerships? By like Fleet Farm? That's Steinhoffel's? I'm not positive which Steinhoffel's it was.
I remember a sign saying like it was a freeway, and then it was like Sussex and Chantix, and then an arrow pointing up, and then another one it said Milwaukee, and then an arrow pointing this way.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm not real certain. I can just, why don't I just try to get some specifics as to where, because I honestly don't know where the deputies found you, and I'm being 100% honest with you. And this whole time that I'm going to be talking today, I'm going to be very honest, and I'm not carrying any tricks or anything, okay? I can see that you're upset, and but I will try to find out that information for you. Do you have a bracelet on?
I have two.
Can I have you take those off?
I made that one, and then my friend Kelly gave me this one.
Oh, they're neat. My nieces and nephews made me the rubber band one. Okay. All right, I'll be right back with you, okay? Just give me a couple minutes. Okay.
This is about Morgan. She can be a little jumpy and like get off task and look around and forget what she's saying in the middle of a sentence a lot.
Okay.
Because, like, she says she hears voices too, but I just wanted to tell you.
So we're aware of that? Maybe not to put off by that then? Okay. Well, thank you for telling me that. Okay. Okay. I'll be right back. Thanks for waiting. I just want to let you know that it's 3:45. Sometimes it's hard to know what the time is. You kind of lose track. Do you want to come on over by the table here?
Sure. Should I slide the chair over too?
Yeah, you can slide the chair over. That's fine. That's okay. It's loud in here, right? Echoes?
Yeah.
So I need to know the story as to what happened today, because it's been quite a day, you know, and even stuff that happened, you know, yesterday. And I kind of know bits and pieces, but I don't know the full-on truth. And the only people that know, you know, really what happened are people that were in the place where it happened, okay? Your parents know that you're here talking to me, okay? And I'm glad they're so glad that you're safe. We were scared for you guys, okay? And before I find out the truth from you, before I find out what the real story is of what happened today, I need to read you your rights, your Miranda rights. Have you ever heard of that before?
Okay.
Have you ever seen a show where sometimes on TV they read people their rights, like cop shows and stuff like that?
Okay. Like when somebody gets arrested, they say, so you're under arrest for
Right. And then they read them their constitutional rights. Okay. So I'm going to read those rights to you. Okay. And the main point is here, I still don't know what happened. And I don't know who did what, and I need to know that today. Okay? Because, some serious stuff happened today, and I need to know. Okay? But I can't ask you any of those questions until I read you the rights. Okay? Okay. So first off, I'm going to write today's date down. Do you know what day of the week it is today?
Saturday.
Yes. I don't wear a watch, so I use my phone. And it's Anissa, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And your middle initial?
E.
And how do you spell your last name?
Weier.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
November 10th, 2001.
Okay. And so that makes you
12.
Okay. And what is your home address?
My parents are divorced, so do you want the one that's registered with my school?
Oh, do you, is it 50-50? Do you spend half the time at your mom's, half the time at your mom's?
My mom works third shift.
Okay.
So every day after school, she picks me up from the bus stop and takes me to her house. And then after my dad's done working, he picks up my little brother and I up.
Okay. What address is registered with the school?
1520 Unit K, Big Bend Road, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Okay. And that was Unit K, like King.
Yep.
Okay. And do you know your home phone number?
We don't have a home phone there.
What number, if I wanted to call you, I'd probably get a hold of you through your dad or your mom, right?
I don't remember my dad's number, but I know my mom's.
Okay, what's your mom's number?
262-893-9347.
Mom's number, okay. What's your mom's name?
Christy Lynn Weier.
Okay. All right. So you go to school, right?
Yes.
And you're at Corning.
Yes, ma'am.
What year are you?
This is my first year. I'm a 6th grader.
6th grader. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read these rights to you. You have the right to remain silent. If you decide to give up that right, anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to consult with an attorney and have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you by the court. In understanding these above rights, are you willing to speak with me and tell me what happened today? Is that a yes?
The silly thing about this was I didn't know I was in danger until after Morgan stabbed Payton, or Bella, as people call her.
They call her Bella?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You go to school with Payton?
Yes, Bella.
Okay. So, can we start from the beginning? So you guys, this was a birthday party, right? Okay, kind of tell me what happened.
So, there's this website called the Creepypasta Wiki.
Okay.
It's full of, horror stories that are meant to purposely scare you through, online literature and all that.
Okay.
And there's one of them called Slender Man. It's, really, Slender Man? It's
Slender?
Slender Man.
Oh, Slender Man. Like a skinny guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has these proxies or servants, as people call them.
Okay.
Masky and Hoodie. And Morgan said, "Hey, Anissa, we should be proxies." And I was like, "Okay, how would we do that?" And that was around end of December, beginning of January.
Okay. And a proxy again, what is a proxy?
It's a servant or like an apprentice.
Okay, and they're a servant of who?
The whichever they kind of don't have a choice. Slender's like the really big, he's like the head of it all, supposedly.
Okay, so Slender's the big guy.
Yeah.
The top guy. And the proxies are his puppets.
Yes, that's how people put them puppets.
Oh, okay. Boy, I never even heard this before. Okay. And it's called Creepypasta Wiki?
Yes, ma'am.
Like W-I-K-I?
Yes.
Okay.
You can find it online.
Sure.
Search something like I Love Jack, which is another killer.
Okay.
There are killers and proxies. Proxies are apprentices to killers, and killers are either by themselves or have proxies.
And the killers have the proxies do it for them?
No.
Okay. It's either killers or proxies?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that much about proxies and all that.
Okay.
I just know what the internet has told me.
Okay. So the internet has told you that the Slender, is there just one?
Yes.
Or, okay. So Slender has a bunch of proxies, a bunch of puppets.
Yes.
And amongst these puppets, there are also killers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So proxies or puppets and killers are not the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Like on a triangle chart, Slender would be up here.
Okay.
Then it'd be like killers and then proxies.
Okay, so killers outrank the proxies.
Yeah. And then there's another creepypasta that's supposed to be really powerful. It's like Zalgo or something. It's supposedly a demon with 7 mouths that speak in 6 different tongues, but the 7th mouth doesn't speak until the world is about to end or something. That's what the wiki told me.
Okay, so wiki meaning the encyclopedia on the web, right?
And people can create their own short horror stories and all that.
Oh, okay. That'd be kind of fun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so back in December, January, Morgan told you, like, hey, we should be proxies, type thing.
Yeah.
And you said what? Like,
I said, okay, how would we do that? And she said, we have to kill Bella.
okay. Okay, and do you know why she said that? Like, why she was thinking that?
Because we had to supposedly prove ourselves worthy to Slender.
Is she really into the creepypasta? Is she like...
Yeah.
So you said, okay, well, how do we do that? And she said, well, we have to kill Bella, meaning Payton.
Yes. People call her Bella.
Okay. Why is that?
Because in like kindergarten or something, there were 2 Paytons. So the Payton that we were talking about said, just call me Bella. It's my middle name. And she went by that ever since.
Okay. And so she said, well, we have to kill Bella to prove ourselves to the Slender?
Yes.
And what did you think of this when she was telling you?
I was surprised, but like also kind of excited because I wanted proof that he existed, because there were a bunch of skeptics out there saying that he didn't exist. And then there's a bunch of photos online and sources online saying that they did see him.
Okay. So a lot of people believe that Slender actually exists, and so there's a lot of talk about this on the internet, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you at first thought...
At first I was kind of surprised and didn't want to do it, but later I didn't want to leave Morgan all by herself out here because who knows how many creeps are out here. So I decided to go along and tag along. So I decided to let it be kind of prove skeptics wrong.
Okay. So did you think that you actually had to kill somebody to do it?
Yeah.
Like for real?
Mm-hmm. Then there's another killer called Jeff the Killer on the Creepypasta Wiki, but he is actually a real person, Jeffrey Woods. He supposedly murdered his whole family, so we're there, found that out, and we're just like, okay, so we know at least Jeff is real.
Okay.
So we got our hopes up and thought that everybody else was real.
Okay. And then Jeff is called what online?
Jeff the Killer. And supposedly he went insane, so he burned off his eyelids and took a butcher knife and cut a big smile into his face. And his supposedly long black hair about down to here, and ice blue eyes. That's what the wiki said also.
And he killed a bunch of people?
Mm-hmm. Including his own family. That's what the news report said anyway.
Okay. So he's considered a Slender?
No, he's considered a killer.
He's considered a killer. Okay. Hence Jeff the Killer.
Yep.
Okay. And he's known to exist. News reports say that he exists.
If you go on Google Images and search Jeffrey Woods news article, a bunch of news articles will come up, and then there'll be a picture of, a 17-year-old boy with, who kind of looks like me, but it was a black and white picture, and he had kind of the same hair as me also.
Okay. Did you cut your hair to make it look like it?
No.
No.
It was just coincidence.
And so you guys knew that Jeff the Killer, an actual killer in this triangle, exists, so you thought it would be exciting to find out, hey, if we can be a proxy and prove and do this, kill Bella, then we know that Slender exists.
If we saw him, actually, we think we see him sometimes.
Okay.
Like when we were walking up to where we were going, we saw him, I saw him out of the corner of my eye on this side. Okay. And then Morgan said she heard a twig crack when no one was moving.
So today, after everything happened with Bella, when you guys were walking, you thought you saw Slender as you were walking?
This was after Morgan stabbed her.
Okay. So you thought that possibly you would see the Slender? Okay. Did you think that you guys killed Morgan? Payton, Bella?
Yeah.
Okay.
At first Morgan said I should do it and that she didn't know what to do. So I handed her the knife that she brought with and said, you do it, I'm too squeamish. And she got the knife from her house. We asked her mom if we could play outside at the park, and her mom said, sure. So we went playing at the park, and then I said, hey, why don't we go take a long walk? So we walked, and then there was this grove of trees that we went into, and then we were trying to play hide and seek in the trees to distract her. So Morgan and I were also debating on who does the deed, and at first it was me, but like I said, I was too squeamish and said, no, you do it. So Morgan said, whenever you want. So I finally just had enough and said it now, because I was starting to get a little freaked out. And then Morgan jumped on top of Bella and started stabbing her repeatedly, and that's when I turned around, because I couldn't stand to see that.
Okay.
And then the whole time, Payton was screaming in agony. Saying stuff like, I hate you guys, I'll never forgive you, and I trusted you. Sorry. So we told her we were gonna get help, but we really weren't. We were gonna run and let her pass away. So we ran. We ran and we ran through like this marshy, woody area, and then we crossed a street and we went to another wooded area where we saw like a campsite or something, and then that's also where we found the bug spray too. That was in Morgan's bag.
Okay.
So we were walking. We went to Walmart and we used the bathroom and refilled our water bottles, and then we left, and then Morgan forgot her gloves in Walmart, so the whole time she was saying, I wish I had my gloves, and then
Which Walmart was that?
it was the Mega Walmart down by Prairie Elementary School. I don't know.
Oh, the big one?
street.
Right by the highway there?
Yeah. Whenever it rains really hard, the part where cars have to drive in all the time.
Right, okay.
I don't know street names very well.
Okay. So Morgan forgot, what kind of gloves did she have?
They were black lace ones. They went down to about here, and then they had like the thumb hole, and they were black and lace. She had two of them, but she forgot them in the bathroom.
So the fingers are visible? Like it just starts right here, right? And it just
and then there's a thumb hole.
Right.
Like I said, it was lace, so
right.
you could see her hand through it.
Okay. And she forgot those in the bathroom?
And then after that, we started walking in one direction, and we were walking for like an hour, and then I complained about being hot. And this was close to a cemetery.
Okay.
And so we sat, and I drank some water, and then we started up again. Then we just kept walking, and then I forget where, but I think we kept walking for a while until one time, walking in a straight line until Morgan said this way, because we were in downtown Waukesha by then.
Okay.
Yeah, we walked all the way downtown. We walked this whole time.
So you walked from Morgan's house to Walmart.
And then
that's by Highway 59, by that highway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that busy road. So you went from Morgan's to Walmart, left Walmart, and then you started walking.
We found a cemetery, that's it, and I think it was close to Prairie Avenue or something, because by the gate it said, please go through Prairie Ave entrance.
Okay. Is that a railroad tracks right there?
Yes, there is. So we just kept walking, and then when we got downtown to like, I forgot what it was called, it's like a memorial site or something downtown.
Okay.
It's like there's a bunch of stone and marble and benches. It's like
To buy kind of some water.
Yeah, it was like Eric's Memorial Park or something.
Veterans Memorial,
yes.
Maybe? Where there's some flagpoles maybe?
And then there was like one or two big stone pillars, and then a bunch of smaller stone pillars with plaques on them.
Yeah. Okay.
And then after that, we turned left, and then kept walking. We walked across a street, and then went up a hill, and at the top of the hill, I asked Morgan for some water because we put the water in her bag. So I asked her for some water because it was like an hour and a half since I last drank some water. So I asked for some water, and then we sat down and talked how far away we have to go. And then,
why do you have to go far away? What was this discussion about?
Supposedly, Morgan found out that Slender lives in the middle of... Slender has this big mansion that all the creepypastas supposedly live in. And it's supposedly in the middle of Nicollet National Park, or Forest, or whatever.
Okay.
Up in Lowell, Wisconsin. So we were going to walk the whole way there. And I realized it's really, really far.
Because she wanted to walk to Slender?
She knew that that if we asked someone for directions or anything, the police would probably be called, because what isn't strange about a blonde girl with creepy eyes walking around with a blood-covered jacket, and then a girl next to her looking like this, wearing winter boots.
Yeah.
So we just kept walking, and then...
That hill that you were talking about, was that up by, like, the hospital?
It was, I think it was close to, like, a Ricky Rococo's or something. Like, a Ricky Rococo's was here. Here was the Veterans Memorial. We walked this way, across the street, and then there was this hill up here. So we walked up the whole hill, and we kept going straight. And then, so we just kept going straight, turning like every few seconds, because Morgan supposedly memorized a map, and she knew where we were.
Okay.
And then the next thing I remember was telling Morgan that I know where we were. We were close to the sign that says "Welcome to Waukesha." From Pewaukee.
Okay.
We were close to there. I told her that we could either walk up a hill and take a longer way around, or we could go straight and cut through the bushes and stuff close to the Fox River, I believe it is. The Fox River.
Did you go over the Fox River Bridge by Frame Park?
No.
Is that where you're...
Well, here was the big hill I was talking about. I don't know the street names that well. And then there was a park down over here. I remember that.
Okay.
And then there was a big road that had a turn where you could go up the hill, and then like 3 or 4 lines where you could go straight.
Okay.
So I told Morgan that we could either go straight or go up the hill. And then Morgan said we should go straight, it'd be faster.
Okay.
So we cut across the street and
Your Honor, I apologize. We were reviewing the transcript and we realized that the name of the juvenile witness that we have referred to as K.N.
Truth be told, I wanted to be locked up so that I couldn't hurt her, but at the time it passed, and now I'm in here because we were careless. I knew this would happen. I knew we'd get in trouble.
Well, we're just trying to sort this all out right now to figure out what all happened. So you wanted to get locked up so you would get in trouble?
I didn't really genuinely want to be locked up, but at one point I sort of did. It seemed...
So you decided a while ago that in the sleepover night that this is what you do it?
Yeah.
Why do you think it was your sleepover night that you're
Because we would all be together. It was a flawless plan, actually. I don't know if actually why, though.
So you guys got the knife from your mom's house. You guys ended up going to the park.
Yeah.
And then you guys went down by the woods. Why did you guys go over by the woods?
Because we knew what we had to do. We led her there and tricked her. The last thing she said to me was, I trusted you. And then she said, I hate you. And then we lied to her. Anissa said that she'd go get help. I didn't have anything to do with the lying, Mom. That was all Anissa. She said we were going to go get help.
How did you trick her to get down there?
We said that we were going to go bird watching. People who trust you become very gullible, and it was sort of sad. Not like offensive, well, that's sad, but it was sad to do this.
So you guys told her you were going down there to bird watch, and then what happened?
And then we said that we were going to play hide and seek, and then Anissa jumped her, and then it was like, it happened really fast. I keep trying to forget.
So you were going to play hide and seek?
Mm-hmm. Because normally we like playing hide and seek, because hide and seek's a fun game. I like hiding.
So and then Anissa jumped her?
Mm-hmm. And she said Morgan now. Well, actually she said Kitty, because our code names for each other were Scorpion and Kitty. She was Scorpion because she tends to be aggressive, things like that.
So she said Kitty now, and what did that mean?
My name was Kitty because, well, she sort of, I have 4 cats at home, and she says that I act like a cat sometimes.
So when she said Kitty now, what did you do?
Then we stabbed her.
Who stabbed her first?
I think Anissa stabbed her first, and then I continued, and then like she was like, Morgan, make sure she doesn't escape, and then it was like,
So you think that it was Anissa first?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah. Not really. It's sort of confusing because I've been trying to block out the screams all day.
So how many times, so then how did you get the knife from Anissa?
She sort of just shoved it into my hand, and there it was. And then I didn't know what I did. It sort of just happened. It didn't feel like anything. It was like air.
So she put the knife in your hand, and what'd you do?
Then I just continued to... You know what happened, didn't you?
No, I actually really don't. Somebody else is talking to her. So you continued to stab her?
Mm-hmm. And then we decided that, and then Anissa said that it was enough, and then Bella was like, I can't see, and then I said, I'm sorry. This had to happen, and she was like, why? And then I said that it was necessary. I can't explain why. Please don't cut off my head.
Nobody's going to cut off your head. So you guys, how many times do you think you stabbed her?
I don't know. It happened very quickly. All I heard was screaming.
How many times did you guess?
I don't know. The last thing she said to me was, I trusted you. And then she said, I hate you. And she kept whispering, I can't see, over and over and over and over again. I can still hear it. I get if I close my eyes. I kind of moved her away from the road, and her blood got on me and then on my shirt.
So when she was standing trying to get to the street, you kind of like redirected her away from the street because you didn't want anyone to see. And you had told her
to lay down and be quiet so that my blood slower. And that we're going to get help.
but you really weren't going to get her help, right?
No.